I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Welcome back to another episode of X-Files. Last episode pretty much finished off LEDing the machine, except for this last LED that I gotta do. And I had to remove the subway to gain access to that LED, and discovered how filthy it was. So that'll be, pardon me, that'll be today's mission. We'll clean up this subway, take it apart, clean it, put it back together again, put this piece back. I added a red flasher LED instead of incandescent because this is under the Playfield, and when the, like, you know, that saucer kind of like sewer drain thing opens up, I'm sure it starts flashing, and with incandescent it's not really visible, so threw in a red flasher there, so that will be a nice little touch. Actually, I would have liked a green LED flasher, but I didn't have one in stock, so I'll just settle for red for now. We'll see how that looks in the end. And I also managed to get some new switches off my buddy Mitch Ayers, so shout out and thanks, buddy, for these, because I've got the one bad one on the upper rollovers. It is a little sticky. I hope these work, but I'm gonna try. I tried to clean the switch that's on there with Windex. It was suggested I try it with some contact cleaner, which is a good idea, so I'm going to try that first, see if that makes my switch not so gummy. If that doesn't work, then I'll just solder on one of these guys, if it is the correct orientation. I mean, there's left and right sides of these. Those all appear to be the same, so hopefully it is the right one. Let's see this orientation here and line it up. I think it's the wrong side. Wait. I know you can't see, and this is very bad camera coverage right now, but this may not be the right side, so I'll have to find that out. But, you know, maybe I need to rely on that contact cleaner. Anyway, also, I don't have my Titan rubbers in stock yet, so I can't assemble the Playfield, but I can probably do a little bit of assembly, a little bit of cleaning, and just do what I can while I wait. So I've got to order some new apron cards. These ones just didn't fit very well. Anyway, I can do some cleaning. Oh, and also in a previous video I mentioned how the ball launches into the shooter lane so violently on these Sega games and just smashes into the rail, and I noticed this rail was loose, and I thought that the screw might have been sheared right off, and sure enough it is. So I'm gonna have to drill in a new hole and put in a new screw, so I can remedy that. That can go on the to-do list as well. So I'm gonna get started with cleaning this bad boy up. Take a look at it. The before, pretty filthy, but I should clean up nice. So, alright, time to get to work. Alright, that looks a lot better. That'll prevent the ball from tracking all that crap all over the playfield that was just cleaned. As for this micro switch, so there's 3 rollover switches, EBE. The one on the right, let's see if I can show you this. Right there is a match. The one in the middle, the B, is a match. And the one I need is not a match, the one on the left. So, kind of unlucky on that. Oh well. I've got some extra switches. These are good to have. And I will either order one from Marco Pinball or see if I can fix that with contact cleaner. So when I come back, we'll try that and install this subway. All right, subway is installed. A little bit tricky with all the wires, but I managed to finagle it in there. And now I'm working on the switch here. I got it removed. It's definitely hasn't just improved by itself, unfortunately. You know, it's still very gummy, and yeah. So let's see if this contact cleaner will solve the problem here. Give it a pretty good dose and then work it in. Contact cleaner is good because it evaporates quickly. I did hear that Windex was a good trick, but that didn't seem to work. This might actually be working, you know? I think 1 or 2 people suggested I try this. And if this actually works, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for the suggestions. I don't know why I never thought of that, but hey, I think it's actually working. Wow, okay, well, I could have saved buying 4 switches with a little spritz of contact cleaner, but those are actually good switches to have, and you know, Mitch sold them to me at a very reasonable price, so I will stick them in my switch bin for when I need them. I think they came off of a populated parts Ghostbusters Playfield, because the early Ghostbusters Playfields, they were like really bad with the clear coat, and they even spelt reinforcement wrong on one of the inserts, and there was ghosting and chipping, and some people, including myself, got a brand new populated Playfield, but they took the old one away. But I think Mitch knew somebody that found one in a dumpster, or they were allowed to keep it, but they drilled a hole in the Playfield so it couldn't be reused. Anyway, that Playfield is come in handy for some parts, and that's where I believe those switches came from. Anyway, this I think is friggin' working like a charm, so that problem I think is solved. Sweet. Alright, so I think that's gonna work. I should really throw it in switch test, but it's springing up okay. It's clicking okay. I had to bend up the wire a little bit. It was a little lower than the others, but doesn't quite have the umph of the other ones. Listen. And this one's a little bit, you know, not quite as spunky as the others, but it's gonna work. So I'm calling that done. Okay, next order of business. Remove this broken screw. Found out the size of the hole. Clamp down the rail to the Playfield, and I'll drill a new hole right around here and stick in a new screw. Alright, threw in a good old drywall screw in there, drilled a new hole, drilled a bit of a countersink. The drywall screw is about, I think, 1 inch, and yeah, the rail seems to be solid, so sweet. That was actually pretty easy. Okay, up next, lane guides. Does that have a little crack there? Might be a little crack, but that seems fine. But yeah, they should clean up fine. Well, they don't look like all that clean, but they are better. Still look kind of black, but you know, if I had a tumbler or ultrasonic cleaner, they'd come up a little better, but oh well, they're pretty good. But look at this. Look how bad the plastics are. This is the before and after. I think that's from being in a very smoky environment. That's my guess. And maybe that's why these are a little I don't know if you'd call that yellowed, they're more blackened, but anyway, moving on. Okay, I can install these corner plastics because there's no rubbers underneath. They need to get installed first. These rubbers, actually I should remove these first. They can be a little bit of a pain in the butt because I've got new ones coming for those, but let's take a look here. Yeah, look at this. Wow, is quite the before and after. The plastic has probably never been cleaned until today, so we'll clean these up and get those installed. Alright, so that's what the inlane plastics look like installed, and back corner with hardware, other back corner with hardware, and I think literally the only other plastic I found that I could install before rubbers is this guy here. So that's about as far as I can go with rubber installation. This switch is being dumb again, so I think I'm going to have to go ahead and replace it. And I also noticed this switch is being very, it was just sticky and now it is fine, so that was a bit of a mystery. It's like, maybe when I had the Playfield up, it wasn't behaving as well. Now that it's down, it's good. I was just about to replace this guy because it was being finicky, but definitely this guy, I don't know what happened to him. He just I just went to check on him and he was dead. So that will have to get replaced. I'll see if there's anything left I can do before I have to wait for rubbers, but you know, I guess I could start cleaning ramps, but it's kind of getting near the end of the night for me, and I don't think I'm going to start that. That's a bit of a project, so I'm going to be wrapping up here shortly. Short and sweet little episode. Installing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plastics and installing a screw. So yeah, not the most progress, but you know, every little bit counts. See, I'm not crazy. Playfield I lifted back up and watch. Now it sticks. What is the difference? Is it really that much gravity? Those are not gravity related switches. But yeah, I don't know, maybe I will replace that. Okay, I removed this switch and it works and behaves perfectly fine. So maybe I just need to adjust the actuator arm in the switch slot so it's nice and centered and not rubbing on any wood. There is a joke in there to be had, but I'll save that one for you. And yeah, so I'll just find the sweet spot on that, and then that should be fine. Alright, Playfield is elevated, and there we go. That switch is finally happy. Okay, so next we'll be cleaning ramps. That'll be on the next episode. And twiddle my thumbs a little bit while I wait for my Titan rubbers to arrive. Once they arrive, this will start whipping together pretty quickly. So it's a hurry up and wait situation. I still have a little bit here and there that I can do. I still haven't installed that LED yet. Oops, I'll save that for next episode. All right, thanks for watching.